What's up, everybody? This is historian and national political commentator Michael Imhotep, and I want to let you know that my bundle pack African History Awakens the African Mind from Mental Death is available right now at my website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. You'll get 15 of my best lectures either on DVD or digital download for one low price in this bundle pack, and you're going to get a bonus presentation from me as well. You'll get presentations like Black Panther analysis, African culture and history, where I deal with the movie Black Panther, and we get deep into African history, African culture, and African spiritual systems. That's a powerful movie on multiple levels. You'll get my presentation, Breaking the Chains, Why We Celebrate Black History Month, which deals with the origins of Black History Month, and Dr. Carter G. Woodson, one of our great Grandmaster Scholar Warriors. Malcolm X, 50 years later, why he's still relevant. The distortion of the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the revolutionary, will not be televised on the television. You get another presentation I did dealing with the film Black Panther called Lessons from Black Panther, Economic Guerrilla Warfare, Political Self-Defense, and Wakanda, the Vote. And this deals with how do we take the enthusiasm from the movie Black Panther and utilize it for political empowerment and economic empowerment. 6 principles of political self-defense, how policies impact the economic conditions of African Americans. And you've heard me say a number of times before on the African History Network show and on Roland Martin Unfiltered, your understanding of politics is directly related to your understanding of history. I break this down in 6 principles of political self-defense. I taught entrepreneurship for 7 years, my degrees in business administration with a major in marketing. You also get the presentation, The 13 Forms of Wealth, Keys to Entrepreneurship and Economic Empowerment for African Americans. Ancient Kemet, the Winter Solstice, and the History of Christmas. This is a fantastic presentation. It's 3 hours, and we deal with the origins of the Christmas holiday. We deal how it relates to the winter solstice. We deal with ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt. It's a fantastic presentation. It takes you throughout history over hundreds of years. The first Americans were Africans, documented evidence by historian Dr. David Imhotep. This is a double lecture we did in Detroit a few years ago. Redistributing the Pain, how African Americans fought back with economic boycotts. This is a 4-hour presentation documenting a history of us using economic boycotts to fight back against white supremacy and racism. Great African Women in History, the Mothers of Civilization. This is a 4-hour presentation. Visit my website, African History. Did you know that the Washington Monument is based upon an ancient African structure called a Tekken that comes from the mythology of Asar, Arset, and Heru, who the Greeks called Osiris, Isis, and Horus? Did you know that the Panther deity Bast in the movie Black Panther and Wakanda Forever comes from an ancient African deity, a Neter, in ancient Egypt, ancient Kemet, called Bastet? Did you know that there were 17 pyramids found buried underneath Egypt around 2011? Also, the city of Memphis, Tennessee. What's the relationship between Memphis, Tennessee and Memphis in ancient Egypt? I'm historian and national political commentator Michael Imhotep. Be sure to register for my new 12-week online history course, Ancient Kemet, the Moors, and the Ma'afa, Understanding the Transatlantic Slave Trade, what they didn't teach you in school. Kemet is one of the original names for Egypt. We deal with thousands of years of history and what leads up to the transatlantic slave trade taking place. Did you know that the word Wakanda is a real word? We find it in the Kikongo language, which is a Bantu language, but we also find it in the Omaha Ponca and Sioux Indian Native American languages. My class starts up Saturday, March 1st, 2025, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a 12-week online history course. We do the sessions live. All the sessions are archived and recorded. We do with thousands of years of history and what leads up to the transatlantic slave trade taking place. When we talk about the transatlantic slave trade, we can't start our studying of the history in 1619, in Hampton, Virginia, or in Jamestown. We can't start in 1441 with the transatlantic slave trade starting with the Portuguese. We have to deal with thousands of years of history that leads up to the transatlantic slave trade taking place. We'll deal with the 800-year occupation of Europe by the Africans known as the Moors, who take the teachings from the Nile Valley region of Africa into Europe, and this is what brings Europe out of the Dark Ages. We'll talk about ancient African empires, whether we deal with ancient Nubia, whether we deal with Kush, Kemet, Mali, Songhai, Ghana. This is a 12-week online history course. We deal with 80 to 100 articles. There are 200 slides that I show you in the class. There are video clips. There are 15 books that we reference. You don't have to buy any of the books to follow along in class. It's a very visual class, so we show you all that information right on the screen. The class is PG-13 as well, so you can use this with your children. Download my lesson plan from my website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. Register right now. Right now is correct strong behavior. It's not over till we win. Wakanda forever. AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. We'll see you in class. Peace.